God-centered, God-fearing, number one thing on my list. Like, none of the other stuff matters if he doesn't have that. It doesn't matter how amazing he is, how many degrees he has, how much money he makes, what kind of assets he has, what his credit score is. All those are great things, but all things, first things natural, then spiritual, or reverse rather, don't have God. That's number one. Everything else is fall into comparison. Exactly. And don't get muddled into the whys of why is he not with his ex anymore. You need to know the gist of what the relationship ended, but I don't need all the details, because honestly, he doesn't need all my facts either, because now we're bringing baggage to the relationship. So, but we as women think he has to know every single thing. He does not need to know every single thing. I need him to learn me. It's like I had this question with Babe. It's like, he's like, are you going to love me? I was like, I know how to love you, but you're going to teach me how to love you. I'm not going to know that. You're going to have to show me that. So we're back in communication, Jabril. So we'll see where that goes.
Since when? Congrats.
Well, I manifested him on this trip. We were talking a little bit. Well, I talked to him before we left.
So you're saying the return of Bay?
Well, I don't know. We're going to see about this page. Stay tuned. I have a P2P.
Let me understand him back for a second. Are you saying that the Bay is back and you manifested him? Is that what you're saying?
No, Babe is back in communication. What we talked about was us working on our friendship piece, which I think has always been good for us. And we will see where the rest of that goes, because God hasn't said to him that I'm his wife, and he hasn't revealed to me that he's my husband. So we're just going to walk this thing real slow.
Let me say something to you, and all ladies, since this is going to be recorded, and it is recorded. Don't you understand that when you went on your trip, and you not only manifest, but sometimes the man can feel it. I'm talking about the man, and when they sense you're moving or doing something in a different direction, then they will all of a sudden resurface. I wouldn't be surprised if some of your other exes, because now you're moving in that direction. So you can do a lot of praying and listening, but just start moving in a direction. And when you start doing that, you'll start seeing a whole bunch of things happen that you were surprised happened. And without you even telling them that these guys courted you or whatever and stuff, because I'm sure you're not telling them that. So
no, I'm not going to mention that at all.
Right. But my point is, all of you, Gerda, you just start moving that direction. Don't, I would say, single yourself out, especially if you say that God hasn't told you this is your husband. Just like men do it, you have options to understand your worth. And because we're in a society where they make it where it's 7-1 and all of this stuff. It doesn't matter. You only need what? One. So you can meet the other 7 and you flip the game. And maybe I shouldn't be saying all this, but I do also have a daughter, and I want us all to win. And I'm telling you that you can't just be singling yourself on it, because I think even Gerda, you were mentioning the person that you're dating. That's one person, but this is part 2.
So definitely used to date him. He's pursuing me again now, but I have let him know, hey, I am available to the pursuit for America, like whoever is pursuing me. Not open to everyone, but I am, my perspective and my lens is open to look and to make the best decision and let my spirit lead me, and the Father say that's the one, instead of saying, oh, first man, got it, great.
It's not a toy. It's not a toy. You first one in the store you grab, just because now they say that they're available.
Right.
That's how it works. The same with Bay. Bay has to get back in line, because that's the first step. They're letting you know. Bless you, Coach Rosie. But but when you see that, that's just to let you know that they're one of a few, and God is going to pick the right one. They're just don't get. That means it's starting to come back up. This is the season where somebody's going to find you, and you just need to prepare yourself for that. But don't let other people's agenda or them popping up all of a sudden make it where you stop and get deterred. Continue doing what you're doing. And this message is not just for you, but for all of you.
That's excellent, Prophet Jabril. That's excellent, because that is the thing. We as women, we end up liking who likes us. So who we're attracted to, Like I can look at a lineup and say, oh, I like he got it going on. But the man that's in my face that is hogging up the attention, he's showering us with the attention. That's where your attention goes because that's where the energy is.
Well, that goes both ways.
Yes.
You better dance. And you
But the deal is, here's the difference between the guys and the ladies, right? So the guys like you told me, he's a trader, he got options. But women don't look at it like options because the one that gives the attention, that's the one you give your attention to. And we don't play this game of, I'm gonna date 5 of them. Oh, this one's calling me, this one, I got a man for every day of the week. And we can have that, but like the energy is just not worth it. I don't spread myself thin in that way. But I do, the older I've become, do recognize that, wait a minute, I do have options. And if I have time, I'll pencil you in, brother, and we can go to this lunch or this dinner. But really and truly, I just stick to who I am and what I'm looking for. And so I don't even entertain anything that I would not be bothered with, so that no one gets their feelings hurt. They don't have false ideas and agendas about something that I know I'm not going to decide. We're not playing the sleep with you game. Like there's so many levels, like lasagna here, that if it's just looking for a good time, you can miss me with all of that because I don't cave. I mean, I'm a cheap date in terms of I don't drink. So that's out. So there's no, I'm going to get you all tipsy and at the end of the night, you're going to cave. I mean, I'm going to meet you where we're going. I'm going to most likely meet you in a location I've selected. So I'm going to control every aspect of that meeting without you even knowing about it. And so now here we are, right? And I'm like, okay, now I have options. So let's really look at it. And I'm saying really look at it. You know, you're this many dates in. Have you met anybody of significance? You haven't had anybody of significance? When you're not significant, you just have to really peel it apart and think, like Steve Harvey would say, think like a man, act like a lady, because you might be being played and you have no idea. You just have to be, on game, on code. Like, this is my core value of what I'm doing, and I'm not deviating at all. So no, we have to become the same way. We have to say, there are 8 billion people. I don't even know how many now. However many billion people around the world. So the possibilities are endless. You just want to be found by the one person, but just don't get mesmerized by the wrong person in between. That's kind of hard to do. But when you understand what you're looking for, that's really easy to do. It's easy.